I just recorded a video on how a scan tool can pay off on its very first use, and it did that exactly. Let me show you guys how. Hey everybody, welcome back to Random Fix. So my car has air conditioning issues and it's no longer blowing cold air. And I live in Texas, guys, so it is really important to have a good air conditioning system. And I was recording a video for you guys on how a scan tool can pay off on the very first use. And with the use of a scan tool, I figured out what the car's problem was, and now it's actually working. Let me show you guys how this thing paid off and really took the worry off my mind, and how this whole video went down. And I'll see you guys at the end for some final thoughts. Yes, I have car problems just like anybody else, and my Prius is no longer blowing cold air. And I thought it'd be a great time to make you guys a video on how I go and tackle this, and how owning a scan tool can pay for itself the very first time you use it. Especially some of these newer scan tools that I've been reviewing lately, they come with lifetime updates. And this one even has AI built in that will get activated later on this year. And I'll leave you guys an updated video once I get it recorded. So let's jump back into the issue with the Prius. And that is going to be the air conditioning. So I get nervous knowing that my car doesn't have a functioning air conditioning system right now. I'm going to go and jump in the vehicle and show you guys how I tackle this, because this is something I don't like, walking into a shop not knowing what's going on with my own vehicle before I tell them to go and fix something, because I'm basically going to be signing them a blank check, as these air conditioning problems on the Prius can really add up. And this is true about all the different vehicle makes. And I'm going to display the costs for some common repairs on the screen here so you guys can see them for yourself. And if you quickly add up all the problems with air conditioning systems, you may be thinking that it's worth more than the vehicle. This is a 2012, and yes, you would be right. I don't want to walk into a bad situation at a shop or dealership, so I like to go ahead and figure out what's the issue. And these scan tools are basically essential for the newer vehicles to figure that out. Let's jump in and see what happens. Okay, so I got the car on, scan tools connected, AC's turned on, and let's see what happens. And for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to focus on the air conditioning system, read fault codes, and there's no fault codes. So let's go to actuation tests. And actuation tests are basically commands that I can send to the vehicle. For example, I could tell it to decrease the speed of the fan, and now the fan speed is down to 0, so it's not on anymore. And as the car is running, I can actually hear some sort of hiss. There's a hiss coming from this area here. So let's look underneath the hood while the air conditioning system is on. So my vehicle has a high side and a low side. Most vehicles have these two sides. That's how the air conditioning system works. And this is where you basically fill up the Freon in case you were low. And mine even has a sight glass. And I do hear the compressor kicking in, and the compressor will then kick out for no reason. And nothing goes as planned when you're making a video or in life. So the compressor was working. Anyway, the compressor is not turning on right now. I knew there was an issue with the air conditioning system, so that's definitely a possibility. Let's go through and test some different components. So let's try something that could prevent the compressor from turning on, which is going to be the fan. Oh, check that out, guys. The fan on the car is not running, and this car only has one fan. Interesting. That would definitely keep the compressor from turning on, because the high side, and this senses the pressure, and it would not allow for the car to turn the compressor on. That's definitely a possibility. Let me go ahead and turn off this. And one thing that I know about the vehicle is when I am driving, the car does cool off a little bit more than when I'm standing still. So let me grab a thermometer, and then we'll stick it in the gauge and then we're gonna go for a quick little drive and come back and seeing if that compressor actually turns on. Then we'll jump back into the troubleshooting. So outside temperature is only 70 degrees today. The AC is blowing at 76. Alright, let's take this for a quick little drive. So on the freeway, as I'm driving, the temperature decreases. We just arrived back, temperature is down to 59. And if we observe, the sight glass has a lot of cloudy liquid going by. I could hear the AC compressor, but just like the scan tool told me earlier, when the car sends the command to the fan is not turning on. Okay, so from sitting, the temperature has increased to 65 now, and it's only going up. Again, the fan is not on. I can still hear the AC compressor. I'm going to try to activate that fan again. That fan was not turning on earlier. Okay. So I don't know what's happening, but that fan is spinning now. Let's see what's happening on the inside. And that temperature has dropped down to 64. Earlier when I tried that fan was not turning on. Okay, let me turn off the fan. And the fan attempted to slow down for a second. And it's spinning even faster now, like it's being managed by the car. Alright guys, I am glad that we have bidirectional scan tools, because this does not make any sense. If I didn't have the bidirectional scan tool, I would have never figured out, hey, there's an issue with the fan not turning on. And I'm watching the fan and it's still running. This same fan was not turning on earlier, and now it even has a higher speed. It's at a lower speed now. So I think I have an intermittent issue with the fan. So I'm gonna go jump online to carcomplaints.com to see if this is a common problem. And then I'm gonna go and see how much a new fan assembly is, as this does not make sense. And that's okay. This is why we have bidirectional scan tools, so we can send commands to the vehicle, figure out, hey, is this particular component working when it's supposed to? Obviously, anytime the air conditioning system is on, that fan is supposed to be running. So I've let this vehicle run out here for a few minutes, and the fan is still on, air conditioning is working, and I did call around to the Toyota dealership. They want over $800 for the actual labor and parts. I went through and I found the part for $40, guys. That's for the whole fan assembly with the reservoir, and it's about a 2 to 3 hour job, and there's even videos on how to do it. So again, this is crazy. I literally have been dealing with this heat. A couple of days ago it was 95 degrees, and I cannot stand being in the car, and my other vehicle is out of service right now because I am converting it into a camper van, and the window keeps leaking. So I've called in a professional, but the weather is definitely not helping. It just rains out of nowhere. So again, I've let this sit, and we are at 59 degrees. I know this is not a permanent fix with the fan being on, but it definitely feels nice to have AC. That scan tool that I showed you guys is about, I think, $600. I have a 20% off coupon, so maybe you get it for 500 bucks, but it has lifetime updates. The very first time I used it here, it definitely paid off. I don't have to sit here and second guess myself as the air conditioning system is working now. It's not the compressor, it's not the accumulator, it's not the evaporator, it's not the condenser, it's the fan. If there's not enough airflow going over the condenser, the compressor is going to go ahead and shut off, as the high temperature side is going to go exceed the safe zone. So easy fix, but I know this is not going to work forever, so I'm going to go ahead and replace that. So you guys will find a link down below to a video of me replacing the radiator, fan.
Let me show this again. So there's going to be the AC. The system is on. And the fan is not running. It is connected. And now the fan is not turning on. It's on, but it's not turning on. I miss old cars. You could just hit them with a hammer a few times or a screwdriver. Hey, there it goes. Did you guys see that? It turned on. Hey, just like an old car. I miss old cars. This is funny. This is literally funny. You can see he's got a wobble there.
Life is too good to me, guys. Sometimes I really do miss old cars. You can easily troubleshoot with a screwdriver. The new cars are not this easy, but this just worked out. Oh man.
Poor little fan is really trying here. You can see it's trying to chug along. Come on, little fan. If I hit it harder, you can see it spins faster. It's like a horse at the Derby. You gotta give it a few now it's really going. The most important part is that we know what the issue is.
And you might be asking yourself why a code reader would not be useful in this scenario. It's because, as you guys noticed, there was no codes in the system for the AC, and code readers normally just pick up diagnostic information from the engine control module. But in this case, we actually need to send a command to the component to go ahead and engage. Our failed component here was going to be the fan, and that's what a bidirectional scan tool allowed me to do, is to send a command to that fan to turn on, and I can visually see that there was an issue.
There you guys go. You guys saw the Mucar 892 Bluetooth in action, and it paid off. And this is really a beta version of the scan tool, as this is going to have AI in the near future. And I'm really excited to see what this can help us better diagnose in the coming future. And I'll leave you guys links to this in the video description box down below with the special coupon code. But overall, I'm really impressed with the quality and the ease of use. And honestly, most videos don't go like this, but this one made it so easy, and the fact that the air conditioning is working now is even better. And let me show you guys the AC. And we're sitting at 59 degrees, guys. I'm super stoked. Thank you so much for watching the video. I will leave you guys a video down below of me actually replacing the fan, if you guys want to check that out. And as always, make it a great day. You'll find all the links in the video description box down below, as well as at the end of the video. Thank you again.